Newcastle! Thank you very much. I've actually prepared an opening statement of welcome to Newcastle, so I've been practicing this for weeks, so I hope you appreciate it. Thank you very much. Why, hi, man. Divent come here, reet, ta, smirk, ya, tabs, or sup, ya, nookie like, berith, you're a worky ticket. I'll hammer ya lug hole all neat. Thank you very much. Oh, yes. Which roughly translated means don't give me any jip, otherwise I release the hemorrhoids, okay? So I noticed you don't like consonants in Newcastle. You're not very fond of the C's and K's and T's and stuff like that. For example, the sentence, I had my nose broken in Newcastle last night. Right? That must make swearing very difficult. But I assume in place of swearing you have bottles of Newcastle Brown and just smash it over people's heads and stuff like that. I was actually going to start off with a quick magic trick, sawing the lady in half, but two Newcastle United directors told me that there weren't any ladies in the town. But they were kind enough to give me a top shelf magazine. Top shelf magazine. Which I thought was quite, look at that. Woof. Look at the pause on that. Okay, enough of my rubbish. This is all about you, not about me. So, give yourselves a round of applause for joining us for the show. And please welcome our regular bouncer, His Royal Dodginess, Mr. David Courtney. According to Dave's biography, which has stopped the ride, I want to get off. This is a quote here. It says here, you are one of Britain's most violent, immoral, long-term criminals and one of the most feared men on the streets of London. Would you agree with that assessment?
My mother wrote that.
Truly evil. We will not make any further comments. So can we have the first person up, please? Okay. Good. So, comment, please.
It's just about shandy drinking pufters who can't take a drink.
Well, you'll have to find something else to do with your time then, won't you? Hello!
All right. Hello, Jerry.
Right, point.
The point I have to make is very simply that I feel that there's been a lot of things said about people my age. People my age have been called angry. People my age have been called, like, disillusioned. Do you know how people my age are, Jerry?
Twats. Students.
They're all fucking c***s. People a year older than me are students. Do you want now the three fucking categories which people my age fall into?
Yeah.
You've got the people who try their absolute hardest to be different to everyone else. You have the people who hang about bus stations, the fucking mug people, the fucking rob old women, and the hassle you for 20 pence when you've had a couple of drinks and you want to fucking get home with your kebab. Can I have 20 pence, please? Fuck off out my face.
Okay. That's Stephen, who's making the important point that young people are not angry at all. Stephen, ladies and gentlemen. Next. Hello. What's your name? Can't see it.
Lloyd.
Lloyd. Right. Man at Gap Khakis. It's all based on desert warfare sort of stuff.
Steady.
Okay.
Right. I'm here to answer the question, why can't we find lasting happiness?
Well, let's define terms here. Are we talking about happiness or happiness? Because I don't want that. I don't want it. Well, you know, so that we're all on the same level here. Level playing field. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about pleasure, happiness, whatever. People try to answer this question, I think, without really understanding what pleasure is and what it's for. Pleasure actually has a function. Pleasure, one might say, is not just for fun. It's not a great slogan, but it's mine and I love it.
I would actually say that pleasure was for fun, but carry on.
Right. imagine, if you will, a million years ago, there's a hunter-gatherer, and you know what a hunter-gatherer is?
Hunter-gatherer, of course.
Of course, he eats berries and deer and stuff, and he's just eaten a great big meal of red deer, and he's feeling, oh, great, this feels absolutely marvellous. Oh, couldn't
Get to the point, otherwise...
Oh, okay, fair enough. If that...
Secret of Happiness coming your way on Channel 5.
Pleasure, all right, pleasure, in order to function at all, has to be temporary. If that guy felt satisfied after that meal, a fortnight later still, he'd have starved to death. The following day, he has to feel hungry again to eat again.
So you're saying that pleasure and happiness are, what's the word? You can supply me with it.
Transitory, whatever.
Transitory, that's the very word. Yes, I think I'll give you a sticker for that. Oh. Nice big word there. Transitory. Oh, stuck to my thumb as well.
Second go.
Just a transitory motion. Okay, so we get beyond this. How?
Well, that's sort of the snag, really,
Doesn't
because...
fucking know, does he?
No. What I'm here to make is that we are
That's a real tease, that, to come on a programme.
We are biologically incapable of staying happy for any length of time. People have done studies on people, for instance, who've won the lottery, and they go, way, for a bit, but then they go back to...
Okay, all right, point taken. I think we're all in agreement with that. All pleasure is... Oh, blah, blah. So the secret to bypass that, I'll tell you, I'm going to set him on you if you don't get to the point.
Oh dear. Well, really, it's to live with the idea that it is going to be transitory, so just don't be disappointed when it passes, and when you do plan for some pleasure, know in advance that it's going to pass.
That's not a secret of happiness.
No, it's the answer to the question why we can't find lasting happiness. I didn't say I could make anyone lastingly happy.
He did say that he had the secret of happiness at the beginning.
I wasn't listening to him. Right over my head. Right over my head.
Look, I think it's a bit of a tease, you coming on this programme and offering the secret of happiness and then just
I think you're misrepresenting me.
Anything. I
never said that.
Well, I'm going to let you go. Okay, what are we going to talk about?
Well, it actually goes back to what he was saying about happiness. I mean, I wasn't going to start there, but it does link in with it. I mean, how to bypass this kind of pain-happiness thing.
Yeah, the pain-happiness syndrome.
The pain-happiness
As we
syndrome,
like to
exactly.
say.
Well, I mean, I would say that you actually need a self or an I or some kind of focus in order to experience any sort of happiness or pain in the first place.
So what are you talking about?
Have you heard of memes?
No, I haven't actually, no.
Well, if memes are the tiny little bits of any sort of information that you kind of learn by imitation, which is actually something that humans have, but most animals don't.
It's called experience, I think.
Well, no.
By the way, I'd like to just point out, I don't believe in evolution. I actually believe in the theory of devolution. So I think that mankind actually devolved from the monkey.
It's fair enough, whichever direction.
So I'm pretty sure that God originally wanted us to stay as amoeba, you know, and he didn't want us to evolve into fish. He didn't want the fish to evolve with wings into birds, and then evolve from birds to reptiles, and then onward to the top of trees and all that. And, well, in the case of Rod Hull, top of TV sets and things like that. I actually believe in the theory of devolution. So the point is, the secret of happiness. The secret of happiness
is that you don't really exist. You're just a creation, an end product.
The secret of happiness is we don't really exist. Thank you very much. Fuck me, this too.
Not for you. Well, happiness on screen.
Oh, don't give us it.
Politics in the audience.
Songs.
Here you go. 2, 3, 4.
Next. I haven't got an awful lot of recording time, so... Hi. Jesus Christ. Now, we were talking about the theory of devolution earlier on. And,
I am the missing link.
yeah, you are the missing link. Okay, so...
Hi, I've come to tell you why I don't have enough faith to believe that God doesn't exist. Because
Okay.
I haven't heard a convincing argument to state that God doesn't exist.
So, for example, what
For example, like the Big Bang Theory. Well, that doesn't prove that God doesn't exist.
No.
It just proves that the universe was created.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's easier to believe that...
It could be one of God's farts.
Yeah, but isn't it easier to believe that God created the universe out of nothing than nobody created the universe out of nothing?
It's a very old scientific argument. I don't know if any of you have heard this, but about if there is no God, why isn't there nothing rather than something. There should just be nothing, which is a weird concept to
Well,
get
yeah,
head
well,
around.
even if you're going back to, like, Big Bang Theory, where does it come
I
from?
think he's just after a big bang. I'm not sure.
Sorry,
So-
I'm married and I'm not...
Yeah, I mean,
inclined.
I can't. I agree with the point that I can't find enough arguments for the non-existence of God.
Yeah.
You know, because whenever I try and think of a reason for there not being a God, you know, I always end up coming back to it. You know, like if somebody says, you know, why is there all the wars and the Second World War and the NATO bombing in Serbia? But that's all the fault of mankind. That's not the fault of, you know, there's got to be some God up there going, oh, no, this is not what I intended.
Yeah.
This is not what I intended. Equal rights for women. No. They're there. They're there to be shagged. They're there to be shagged. What are you doing? What? Oh, no. Okay, well, I think that's an important point. So, so next time you think, oh, there's not a God, which is a very, very simple thing to think, you know. But, I mean, give it a few more thoughts. I think that's a good point. What's your name?
Rob.
Rob, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, next up. How you doing, Graham?
Right. Right,
Reet.
basically... Sorry?
Reet.
Retire, that's right.
Newcastle, you know,
Definitely.
do as the Romans do and all that. Reet.
Well, it's basically what I'd like to talk about is about women and, well, about how they think that they've got a time of the month. Well, I think men have got a time of the month as well, and it just happens to be exactly the same time as when women do. Yeah. I don't know why that is, but it's just something that's always happened to me.
What happens to you?
Well, basically, my girlfriend has a time of the month, and when she has the time of the month, she complains she's having a time of the month, she complains when she doesn't. And, you know, when she has a time of the month, I have exactly the same thing, because she's always
What
giving
time
me
of
loads
month
of
are you
hassle.
talking about?
Well, she goes in there. I get absolutely...
Am I
loads of
missing
hassle.
something here? I don't know who's more insane, him saying he's got a time of the month, or me keeping him here, not ringing him off. Explain yourself, young man. Time of the month.
Well, when she has a time of the month, you just get a...
Not her, you! What is happening? Your time of the month. I'm trying to find out.
My time of the month.
What is
well,
your time of the month?
I get extremely stressed. My time of the month. I get very stressed. Because your girlfriend goes absolutely off at you, you know, she's complaining about this, complaining about that, and you tend to stress up as well, and you tend to explode sometimes, you know.
Explode. Right, okay. I assume that's explode in
Definitely.
Glaswegian. Okay. Well, that's a really fucking boring point. So, we have come to the end of the first half, and I think that the most interesting person there was definitely Rob, so we'll bring him back now. And, Rob now has the luxury of slagging me verbally into the ground for a full minute. For every criticism that passes his lips, he will get £50 from Mr. Dave Courtney, flash to cash! Okay. Just to show you, I can take it as well as I can give it. Not up the arse, but I can take it verbally as well as I can give it. So he's got a few minutes during the break to think about what he's going to say, so we'll see you back in part 2. Next, Reese. Welcome back to part 2. We have Rob here. He's had a couple of minutes to think about it. He's now going to slag me into the ground. I can do nothing about this. I simply have to sit here and take it. So off you go in your own time. Remember, as many abuses as you can muster. Okay, go.
Okay, anyone who's related to me, ignore this. You're a twat, you're a cunt, you're a fascist, you've got a big nose, you've got shite hair, you've got a stupid hat, you're a knob jockey, an arse bandit. You sleep
not
with
an arse bandit.
prostitutes.
You are a knob jockey.
You need a new suit. Blue isn't your colour. I've run out of insults now. To be
Have you?
honest with you, yeah, I have.
I can think of several more. I shagged my mother.
All right, you shagged your mother. Come on.
No, that's applied him with that. Okay. I keep saying that, but what a stupid idea. I worked this idea out for the show. What an idiot.
Hey, we should be shot, really.
Ah, you're too late, son. How much?
300 quid.
300 quid. You big, fat, hairy bastard! OK, let's talk to some more people. Humans this time, I think. Next! That's my other hat, surely.
I know, I pinched it up here.
OK, sit.
Right. Do you mind if I stand?
No, I don't mind, I don't mind.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about magic. You've got all the American shows which are shite, and I don't think there's enough magic on...
What American shows?
Well, you've got all your David Copperfield and what
David
have you.
Copperfield and what have you. Oh, aye.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolute shit, man. Absolutely, like.
So what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, is I'd just like to show you a quick trick.
Yes.
Did one earlier on. I'd like to show
Absolutely.
you one. So here we go. Probably go wrong, but
Card
never mind.
trick coming your way.
Great. What I'm going to do, if you reach in, take any card.
Any card.
Right.
Right.
Let me show it to everyone else. I'll turn me back.
Okay. There we go. Card. Right.
If you just shout stop.
Stop.
You okay, if you put your card back.
Card goes back.
Again, I'll show everyone the card one more time.
Right.
Nobody's going to forget that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose it in the pack. Just by doing a normal, everyday shuffle.
Everyday shuffle. With the one
So what do
hand.
you like,
That was worthy of applause.
And just a bog standard cut as well. Which,
Bog standard.
Just the bog standard one.
Right.
Now what happens is I'm going to make your card vanish from the pack. Vanish from the pack of 52, and it's going to reappear wherever you want it to. If you want it to, wherever.
Okay.
And what you can do, if you want to, it can appear underneath this armpit. If you want to, it can appear underneath this armpit. It's a bit smelly though, because I'm obviously a little bit nervous here. If you want to, it can actually appear behind this leg. You can't say that, or this leg. It's up to you. Where do you want it to appear?
I'd like it to appear up David Courtney's arsehole. I have confidence. I think he's good. I think he can do it.
Okay. It would be very easy for me to vanish the card from this pack and make it appear up his arsehole. But I'm not brave enough. I'm not brave enough. He's a big guy, so what I'll do, I'll snap my fingers, slap the pack, vanish the full pack, leaving us with one card. Hopefully that's our card, Jerry.
7 of hearts, it was my card. Excellent. Thank you very much, Michael. Michael. Yes. Next up. So, Bingo, what team do you support?
Newcastle United, mate.
Right.
Right, there's near in Newcastle called the big market, right? Where it's got loads of bars in where everyone goes drinking, and all the women that come down there are dirty fucking minging slappers.
Stop. Subtitles, please. Carry on.
Right, well, the dirty fucking minging slappers, swear to God, they've got bikini lines at the
Is
top
the
of the
minging,
socks. They're little bit cocks, and they've got funnies the size of fucking buckets.
Is the minging necessary? If you've got,
Totally.
if you've got dirty in the sentence, you know, you might...
Well, it's just a little bit more, because, I mean, it's more than any other city in the whole of our country.
Okay,
I
so
swear to God.
how do you propose to clean women's fanny buckets?
What I propose, I think the city council should give out licences to lasses that drink in the big market. If you're ugly, you didn't buy beer, right? And if you're dirty, if you've got a dirty fanny and that, I think we should pack them. I think we should pack them into boxes, right, and send them off to countries that we're at war with. Let them loose on the men, right? You can't fight if you haven't got balls. That's the way it goes. Honestly, it's like fucking Slimer out in Ghostbusters, man.
Do you want the whole thing here? Are there any women in here who disagree with that? No? Okay, fair point. Bingo, ladies and gentlemen. There's only room for one misogynist in this show. Okay, next. I'll just piss on him, get that fire out. Points.
I'd like to talk about circumcision.
Right, you do that.
And
If I pull that thing out, does your top of your head explode? Circumcision, right. Very serious point. Because I'm a Jew. Oh, yes, very serious.
I think it's very unnecessary to circumcise young boys. I really do.
Yeah, I think we should stick to young girls. I think we should circumcise... don't be so stupid. know, see, this is where the Jews have got it wrong, you see. What they shouldn't be doing is circumcising the knob. They should be circumcising a bit of the nose and sticking it on the end of the knob. You know, surely that makes more sense. Surely. Next! I noticed you shook his hand first. Okay, Davey.
Aye, all right, mate. Just my point is that there's a difference between Christianity and religion. And I know, because I've found God. And I'm a full-time minister of the gospel. I used to be a bad lad like Dave. Sorry, I didn't mean like that, you know what I mean? But like I say, Jerry, like I say, I've been face-to-face with Jesus Christ. The Bible says...
When did that happen?
Says 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Where were you at the time?
I was in my bedroom and...
In your bedroom?
I used to run bars in
You
the
would
city.
think that Jesus has got better things to do this time, wouldn't you? You'd think
I used to run bars
other than go find out where gangsters live and just get into their bedrooms and all that. Is he here? Is he here? Listen, can you,
I was out of my rapper. I was out of my rapper, Jerry, on cocaine and all that all the time.
Sorry, go back.
I was out of my head on cocaine. I used to
You're out
run
of your
bars in
head
nightclubs.
on cocaine.
That's right.
Well, I think that says a lot there, actually. Do you have any points to make about gangsters who find God in their bedrooms after a heavy dose of cocaine? It's not really a point, is it?
Well, my point is, if you look for Jesus, you'll find him. He's there to be found. That's what the Bible says. I looked and I found. I would not be sitting here making a fool of myself.
Especially if you take lots of cocaine. Thank you, Davey. Next up. Right, Steve, on you go, in your own time.
I want to talk about disabled people. I'm a driver, and it really pisses me off when I go to like the metro or something and try and get a parking space and I can't.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching the programme and you're disabled, for crying out loud, have the courtesy and decency to stay at home. Can't have you doddering down the street and using up parking spaces and, you know, and some of them live to quite an old age as well, don't they? A lot of these people, you know, with crutches and all that, oh, they're so inconvenient. They're inconvenient and they're inconsiderate as well.
So you know what I should do?
So what should I do?
Keep all disabled people at home and don't let them drive. Make them walk or get the bus.
Make
If we
them walk.
can, wheelchairs or let them get a bus.
Are you being serious?
Serious?
Okay, well, we're going to try and stay on the air of this programme as long as possible. And, you know, how old is Mary Whitehouse now? She must die soon, surely. Please, please. Otherwise, I have no career of which to speak of. Steve, ladies and gentlemen, Steve. Next. Oh, ball games. What is it, Dave? What is it? I told you, he's not in show business, he's the real thing. Next! And the hits just keep on coming. Right, Paul.
Where's God?
Where's God?
Coach come from Lourdes in France now with the idiots Peter Mecca and all that shit.
Yeah.
Got to Carlisle. They were in an Arctic. Right. Off the bus, he was injured. Where's God?
He was driving the Arctic.
Nice one, Dave. I mean, it's a load of crap. There's no God. Can it be?
Nah, I really can't stand when people say, you know, I'm not religious by any stretch of the imagination, but I can't stand when people say, this went wrong, where's God? I think it's a really puffy thing to do, you know. Like, I lost my wallet, where is God? You know, my mother died of cancer, where is God? You know, you gotta have a way to fucking die, haven't you? Otherwise you'll all fucking be here. Can you imagine all fucking like that? Hello, how you doing? Fucking other one's getting born. Move up, you know.
Now, Jerry, there's probably about 100 nonces, paedophiles, drug pushers, gangsters. Went past the same stretch of road, probably within an hour of them getting killed. No what happens to them.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, it could be that God wants to sort of even things out to sort of decent people while they're still alive, and the really evil people like the paedophiles and rapists and murderers and Pol Pot and all that, he waits for them to die, lets them live to a nice old age, you know, something like Margaret Thatcher, gets a nice old age, and he says, now we'll deal with you. Hello, welcome to heaven. You know, it's all in good time, God time, all in God time. Okay, thanks very much, Paul. come to the end of the second half, and I'm going to ask the audience here who they thought was the most passionate or interesting person in that half. Okay, let's bring him back. Where is he? Mr. Dingo. Okay, how could we forget? He talked about Geordie women and their buckets and how they were dirty or minging. Yeah, and there was a lot of other things we said as well. So I'm going to give you 1 minute to tell the entire nation how much you love Geordie women. And for every sincere compliment,
Sincere compliment.
50 quid is coming your way, okay?
Right.
So, ready, go!
Well, I love
Make
the
it
way...
real, son, make it real.
Oh, I love the way you only have to buy a cider and black and I'll suck your cock for free. That's good. I love the way they swallow what you spurt. I love the way that you've got to fit more than one person in there at the same time. I love the way...
That's not a compliment. I mean, he's
No, I genuinely enjoy this type of thing. I love the way that I have to visit the gum clinic after every Friday and Saturday night. I like the way they take it up the arse. I like the way they spit it back in your face sometimes.
No, sincere compliments. I think.
Sincere compliments.
About women.
I like the shirts that they wear. I like the clothing that they wear. I like the shoes that they wear. I like the hair that they have. I like the way they speak.
And above all, their lovely perfume smell.
A lovely perfume smell, which reminds me of that of North Shields Fish Key. It's taking that. Fair enough. I also like the way they talk. It makes me feel at home. And
Mr. Dingo, who wants to tell the whole world how much he loves women. How much did he get?
175 quid.
Oh, don't give us 200 quid.
And a bit.
Spot on,
200
man.
Dingo, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Right, we've come to the end of another session of illuminating chat. Next week we'll be in another town and it'll be the people of somewhere else versus the ugly thing in the top hat. Thanks very much. Good night.